turnout at exciting companies here. From Helmut Lang, Estee Lauder, Gilt, Lacoste, and Taylor, Equinox, Michael Kors, Bloomingdale's, MAC Cosmetics, The Skin, Macy's, BuzzFeed, J. Crew, just to name a few. It's like the Oscars, but for retail.
We are in the midst of a technological revolution, but also an economic and cultural and even political revolution. And that's then complicated even more with the acceleration of innovation, combined with shifts in consumer behavior, emerging platforms. It's a moving target. It makes our role as marketers more complex today than it has ever been in the history of our profession.
I do think that there's a double standard, and I feel like many of us in this room would agree as marketers that digital is expected to really provide so much more insight than traditional media like print or TV.
What makes people love the brands that they love?
Constantly are just looking at, okay, how do I get the job done today? And we stop looking at who our consumer is and what do they actually want. And the second you start to really look at what the consumer wants and serve them, that's when you'll start to see the benefits of our work.
Lyft is a consumer-facing company. We're operating at a really tremendous scale.
The power of purpose. You know, it's really just how powerful aligning a profit motive and a purpose within business, like how that can lead to really great creativity and success.
We launched Fitbit 100 years ago. We launched SodaStream, IdeaPaint, a bunch of products that now have really crossed the chasm. But every day we're launching the future.
Fun is good for business. I believe that the fun card is the most potent card to build a corporate culture and get your people excited and running as a team and loving each other even when they don't love each other at work. If you could use fun in the same way my father used fun to bring our whole neighborhood together.
Augmented reality, drones, Internet of Things, robotics. These are not just items on my son's Christmas list. These are actual buzzwords that are starting to impact you as marketers, right?
And upfront, ultimately the consumer decides, and I still think with the bot space it's still early that we got to figure out like what actually they want, not necessarily what I want or what a publisher wants out of their bot, but actually how the actual end user is going to be kind of interacting with it and what they actually want. We don't know yet, so.
What's really interesting is that it's all the channels that you'd expect to see, with people running display ads, banner ads, running social ads, they're running pre-roll video online. All that's running through our platform. What's really interesting is where a lot of marketers are not yet, which is places like over-the-top TV or connected TV.
We almost created a new type of influencer that didn't exist, because Pinterest, if you think about Pinterest, we're almost the opposite of social networks. People don't come there to broadcast their lives, they come there to collect and save things that they find interesting on the internet. And so we almost created this new class of influencer that was someone that had really good taste, right? So you would follow them because you cared about how they curated the web or how they curated the world around them. And so I would say the third category is where we focus a lot of our time.
I think one of the things that changed for us is the definition of an influencer is like pretty vast.
This incredible trend where almost merchandising had left the storefront, it had left the website in a way, exclusively, and had moved into the hands of millions of people who are telling great stories, connecting with audiences all across social.
We started a girl with no job after getting fired from an internship as an NYU freshman, correct? And now you have 2.4 million Instagram followers, 27,300 Twitter followers. How did you do this?
So yes, I did get fired. I just graduated at NYU, and when I was a freshman at NYU, I had all this free time that I wasn't used to, and I got an internship because everyone at NYU was like on the career path, and I thought I would be too.
Micro-influencers would be someone with under 100,000 reach across all the channels. So, you know, it could be that someone is really heavy on Instagram, or someone is, you know, their blog is most of their reach, but that's generally how we've looked at it.
Look at 10,000 versus 40 million, that one's worth more, but at the end of the day, who's communicating your message in a more effective way?
The idea of short form is the best form is not correct. I mean, Vice News is exploding. They don't make anything that's shorter than 8 minutes.
Relinquishing creative control, trusting in the influencer that you're picking, assuming you pick the right influencer, and then collaborating, right? It's
what issue can you get behind and be a thought leader in, and really have credibility in, and then how do you create content and tell your own story in a way that can tap into that, so that whoever it is that your consumer is, they can be passionate and be a brand ambassador for you.
We are at Guild big advocates for testing things, right? And I think that it's really important that you again, depending on where you are in the life cycle, focus on those things that traditionally do really well, but you should always reserve a space to do testing.
You have internal data that helps you understand how you're doing. What Slice is about is really contextualizing that, so you can understand how you're doing relative to everybody else.
We are the very beings that we're fascinated with.